What is up, everybody? I'm Grant Burton. This is my weekly stream where today I'm playing Maneater. What is up, everybody? I'm Grant Burton. This is my weekly stream where
Meanwhile, aboard the Cajun Queen, Pierre LeBlanc, known by his fellow anglers as Scaly Pete.
Daddy hunted sharks. I hunt sharks. It's in the blood. There was somebody better at this, you be following them, yeah? People got a lot of wrong ideas about sharks. Scientists say we gotta coexist. Now, how you gonna coexist with that shark? Shark just wanna do one thing. That's kill you. Eat me. And you out. What I do, I consider a sacred honor. Kill them all if I could. Too bad, they put 24 hours to a day.
Several deaths reported. Shark can be identified by rusty harpoon embedded in flank.
Get the f*** out of my way. Got a job to do.
Well, so far so good. I'm playing this on a PS5, by the way.
This is an adult bull shark. Fast, fierce, and armed quite literally to the teeth, she has little to fear here in the Gulf. The muscular marvel confidently moves through its watery world.
Right, I'm just going to go into the settings and adjust the microphone volume, so bear with me a second. Right, so yes, I'm playing Maneater, but I'm also going to be talking a bunch of things like Sister Act 2, I'm Your Woman, Doctor Who, and I've got a couple other things that I'm going to chat about as well, but let's get straight into Maneater. This is a Shark PG, as it's called. You see what they've done there? It's basically an RPG where you play as a shark. Poor little turtle. So far I'm pretty impressed by the graphics of this game, particularly the lighting. Tail whip.
Exhibiting behavior more common to a thresher shark, this bull makes creative use of her powerful tail.
I feel like if there was a shark around, these fish would just scatter, but I suppose maybe there's not anywhere for them to go. I'm no shark expert. I'm no David Attenborough. Would you look at the fins on this magnificent beast? How it swims majestically through the waters, and how it seems to have a pipe stuck in its side. That's the best David Attenborough I can give you right now.
A shark fin is a sinister reminder to humans that the ocean remains a wild and untamed domain.
Dun dun. Dun dun.
The bull performs an acrobatic feat worthy of an orca, cruelly imprisoned and put on display in a marine park stunt show.
This shark thinks it's a dolphin.
The big fish plunges to the ocean below. The bull's speed is astounding for a large marine predator.
I see a human. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I think I might like this game. But I can see it also getting to be
a breaching shark is a rare,
repetitive,
calorie-intensive spectacle.
Pretty colours, I'll give it that. I'm liking the graphics of the game so far. I don't know if this has been upgraded or enhanced at all for the PS5. Hold R2 on an object, press L1 to whip shot. Right. So an object, does that mean a fish? There we go. Beat the crap out of this mackerel.
Back when the old wooden sailing vessels ruled the sea, sharks were their constant companions.
Right, so give me an object. Everything's so far away. I suppose that's a problem with being in the ocean. There we go. Got a trophy as well. Kill the beachgoers. Okay. Well, I was already doing that, but fair enough. Where's the beach? Is there a map? Oh yes, there is. Okay. There it is. Let's get to the first topic, shall we? Doctor Who. So, Doctor Who, recent news on Doctor Who. I'm saying news, it might not actually be news, it's just rumours and speculation at the moment. But it sounds as though Jodie Whittaker, the current Doctor, might be leaving the role. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I actually stopped watching Doctor Who, like, halfway through Jodie Whittaker's first season. I did not like the direction the show was going. I had been falling out with Doctor Who for a while at that point. I wasn't too keen on Peter Capaldi's run, although I thought his final season was quite good. Matt Smith's my Doctor, so yeah, I'm all for it. I like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I thought she was the best thing about her run on Doctor Who. I also like Bradley
Seeing
Walsh.
people getting eaten on camera always makes me think, I'm glad we have these cameras.
I love that. But yeah, Jodie Whittaker I think is a really good Doctor. It's just the storylines. I am getting bombarded by spam in the chat right now. I think I need to invest in some sort of mod. Yeah. Her on Doctor Who, not too keen on it, but I did like her. Who would replace her though? That's the big question right now. Do they go for another woman? Do they go for another man? Do they go for something totally different? There's plenty of options out there. I don't know if there's any frontliners or favourites at the minute. But yeah, what, she's done like 3 seasons now, isn't it? Like I said, I don't watch Doctor Who anymore, but I have actually been thinking of getting back into it. Two more people. I mean, the people are going onto the surface. There's not really much I can do about that.
The majority of shark-human encounters occur in coastal waters.
At this point, I think you would notice if 10 people had been mauled to death by a shark, so you'd get out of the water, wouldn't you?
For a shark.
Unless you want to fight.
Go get him, Chad.
Hunter birds. You can reach higher places like boat decks using air lunge. Armed humans will track you with laser sights. When targeted, use evade before they have lock on and break their aim to avoid getting hit. Okay.
How you doing there, Shark?
I got hit there. Oh no.
Their excessive and dangerous lifestyle often results in serious injury for the shark.
Come on. This is harder than it looks. Sorry, fishy, but I need my help. combat in this game not easy. I thought I could get onto the decks, but it's tough.
Watch out. Here, you got this one.
I'll say this about the game, I'm having fun so far. I'm liking it. Don't know how long I'm going to stick with it, but I do like it. There we go. Oh.
I ain't waiting on you. Catch me this shock house. Oh, look at them teeth. Ooh, she gonna make quite a mantelpiece. Got us some dinner coming, boys.
Oh, crap. Scaly Pete has captured you. Why would you call yourself Scaly Pete? I mean, it's barely a flattering name, is it?
Scaly Pete looks over the catch of the day.
Yeah, this my daddy's on, all right. But this ain't the show. Not the one I was looking for.
How do you know?
How I know? Not big enough. This look like a mega to you. Oh, look here. She's on for me. Hello! How your mama in there?
Whoa! Why'd you do that?
So I can identify her. Next time I see her, when I spear her.
The tiny pup responds with an instinct for survival.
Give everyone a turn. Come on.
Oh, I like this. It's like a TV show.
A famous big game hunter once posited that after an animal had tasted human flesh, it forsakes its natural prey in a deadly single-minded search for the most dangerous game.
Who's the voice actor who's narrating this? Because it sounds like Cam Clark, but it could also be Troy Baker. But I don't think it's either of those. But it definitely sounds familiar. So yeah, I didn't realize you play this as basically a baby shark getting revenge on your mother's death. That's interesting. There's actually like a story to it. Speaking of stories, my next topic. I'm Your Woman. So I'm Your Woman is a Amazon Prime movie. At least it is here in the UK. I think it's there everywhere. but it's basically, it is Rachel Brosnahan is a wife of a, let's say, a person of ill repute. It's not made entirely clear at times what exactly her husband is, but one day
These scavengers of the sea are vital in cleaning the ocean floors of edible and semi-edible detritus.
One day, her husband comes home with a baby, and it's their baby now. Where did he get the baby? Who knows? One of the big mysteries of the movie is, where's this baby come from? And then they start raising this kid. Then one day, the husband doesn't come home at all. Instead, his friends come home with guns and packing her bags, giving her loads of money, and getting her out of there for her own safety.
A shark's sense of smell is simply astonishing.
And that's the whole setup of the movie. She's on the run for reasons that aren't immediately clear. She's out trying to protect herself. A lot of good establishing mysteries and stuff like that. It's an interesting movie and I liked it. I would say it's good. It's a little too long and a little too slow at times, but I did like it. The mysteries were interesting enough to make me want to keep watching it. Rachel Brosnahan is great. She very often plays, I think she's best known for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, where she's like constantly talking, constantly chatty and giddy and humorous, whereas here she's playing the exact opposite of that, to the point where she barely talks at times. I think it does a lot in the first hour to set up the mysteries and set up the story.
Discover the miracle of self-love.
And it's not until like the second hour where she actually starts to take things into her own hands and starts to be a bit more active in the story and narrative around her. But I do recommend I'm Your Woman. It's a good, interesting little film to watch. I say little, it is 2 hours long. The pacing is a bit of an issue. The fact that the first hour is pretty slow, and then the second hour does pick up. But yeah, otherwise I would say it's well made, it's well acted. It does a really good job of building suspense. There's not a lot of like action scenes in there, but there is a lot of stuff where she is in hiding, where she is trying to protect her baby and get out of the situations that she's in, and that's all pretty equip advanced sonar. Bioelectric organs. I hope it explains how a shark can do all this. Tiger body. So is this something I already have? Oh. Oh wow, that's interesting. Oh, I think I'll keep that.
Exhibiting behavior more common to whales and dolphins, this shark is able to use biosonar to locate potential prey.
I would also say that I'm Your Woman, because it is the type of film that is, it does a good job of establishing the mysteries and the questions, and then I would say it does a pretty good job at giving you satisfactory answers towards the back end of the film. There's one big question about the film though that remains unanswered, let's say, and that's a little disappointing. I would also say it's probably the biggest question of the whole film, but it's also one that's clearly the film isn't that interested in. Why exactly am I meant to be doing down here? I thought I was supposed to be following this, but I don't know. Do I just leave? What's my objective here? But yeah, give I'm Your Woman a go if you've got nothing else to watch. It's a good, decent film. I think most people will enjoy it. You do have to get through the first hour though.
The overhunting of Fawtick's keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator.
Kill 10 catfish. We have alligators, I'm assuming they're villains. Wildlife can be hostile. Evade to dodge their attacks. When you see the wildlife glow, they are vulnerable. Attack while they are vulnerable to stun them. If you are the same size or larger than combative wildlife, when they are vulnerable, you can thrash them to maintain control. R2 with an object. Okay. Yeah, that was a mistake.
I guess we'll have to abandon this plot thread, huh? The Fawtick Bayou area has lost 63 acres of marshland due to saltwater intrusion.
I don't think I'm going to be able to take on those alligators in my current state, so I might have to avoid them and go straight for the catfish. Oh, and there's one right there. Oh, just went for the world. And that did not count as killing a catfish. Yeah, none of that's counting as killing a catfish for some reason. Next topic. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Also Sister Act 1, why not? So, I recently watched these films for the first time. Don't ask why, it was just something I decided to put on. I hear they're making a Sister Act 3, so I thought, oh well, I should probably watch these while I can. And I enjoyed them. I particularly enjoyed the first one. The first one is much better than the second. I like the whole crime story and excuse for her becoming a nun in the first one. As a comedy film, I don't think it works that well. I didn't find it funny. I found it humorous, quirky maybe, but I don't think there were any moments where I was like laughing. And I'm not sure if I was supposed to find it funny or whatnot. But I think Whoopi Goldberg was great in the role. I liked Maggie Smith. I think the first film is a very charming, good film. Then the second film comes along, which I just watched yesterday, and yeah, there are some problems with that film. There are a lot of problems with that film. Mainly, the whole story of the film is odd in that it really doesn't give her a great reason to be a nun again. It just said, hey, why not come help us be a teacher? And she's like, okay, I'll just abandon my big career and all the money I've got and become a teacher, where it's seemingly I'm not getting money or paid or anything of the sort. It's odd. They don't do a good job of justifying her reason there, except to say, oh, she's paying them back for what they did to her in the first film. And then the next problem is the school that she's teaching. The students all look like they're 30 odd years old, and all of them are like great singers and dancers and rappers, and yeah, it feels like it's very forced. It doesn't feel natural, it doesn't feel real or believable.
Keystone predators has led to a superabundance of catfish, which is just fine by local bully Rosie the alligator.
But I didn't really care about any of the students. I really did not care if they passed or not. The music I thought was alright, but it's interesting how Whoopi Goldberg's character is apparently this big singer in Las Vegas, and yet every song that she sings is a cover of someone else's song. She doesn't seem to have any of her own original tracks or songs or anything like that. It's interesting, to say the least. It also doesn't help that, particularly in the second one, the lip sync was really bad. Like, at times it didn't even look like they were singing the same song. But there is still an enjoyable element to the second film. There is still that like quirky, somewhat comedic parts of the second film, but I felt like in the first film I was enjoying it because of what it was, whereas in the second film I was enjoying it because of what it was failing to do. I was enjoying it because it was bad, basically. And I think the second one is probably the definition of a cash grab. They made the film because the first one was a success, and they made it very quickly. They didn't put much thought into it. Hopefully the next film, whenever that gets made, will be a bit better. This alligator's getting on my nerves, especially since I can't really combat it in my current state. But yeah, Sister Act 1, very enjoyable. Sister Act 2, I did not like. Oh no. alligator is really starting to piss me off. How do I get away from it? See, it's keep following me, and oh, that's not good.
A shark's gills are not designed to function out of water.
I know that. You don't need to tell me that. Where's the hell's the water? I did not mean to do that. Oh, I'm dead, aren't I?
Some shark species practice cannibalism in utero.
Okay. I don't know why he told me that, but okay. They say they practice cannibalism. Does that mean they don't always succeed? I better not come across that stupid alligator again. No.
Muskie is a freshwater fish commonly found throughout the Great Lakes region, so I have no idea what it's doing here.
I don't know what that was. That's just random meat on the floor. Right. I don't like how I have to keep going into the log to select the mission. Reach growth stage teen. Okay. Does that mean I just gotta keep eating stuff? I have noticed I've started to grow. There we are.
I have one of those new pop-up tub stoppers at home. Let me tell you, those things are just a magnet for hair and debris.
So what do I do with this? Is this just a landmark that I've found? Do I not do anything with it? Alright, well I'm off. Final topic I'm going to talk about is Star Wars The High Republic. So Star Wars The High Republic is a new time period in the Star Wars franchise right now. That's, at the minute, just being told across books, novels, comic books. I think that's it. But there will be a TV series called Star Wars Acolyte, I think it is, from the maker of Russian Doll. So we are going to get TV shows in that universe, but they recently had their big launch event. They revealed a trailer, established some of the characters, released some concept art, announced a bunch of new stuff. Apparently it's going to be in phases now, a bit like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, except it's primarily novels and comic books and stuff now. It's all very interesting, very cool, but as a Star Wars fan, I'm a little concerned that maybe it's a lot. But yes, it is a whole new time period, new characters, new settings, and a huge universe to establish, and I'm just worried about how I'm going to consume all of this content, and what happens if I can't consume every bit of it. Will I miss out on something? Will I still get what the story is? Will I still understand who the characters are? I don't know. So I am concerned that I'm not going to be able to keep up with it all. But that being said, I have gotten the first book, Star Wars The High Republic, Light of the Jedi, I think it's called. And I'm only a couple of chapters in so far, so I don't have too much to say yet. But so far it's very enjoyable. The first few chapters really do feel like they're still setting the stage for things about this big event that's happening. And it's very interesting. Not much more to say about it there. I like how it's written. It's very fast paced, very to the point. I like that. So yeah, Star Wars The High Republic. I'm optimistic at this point based on what I've read so far, but not much more to say than that. We'll have to wait and see how well it does. Because at the end of the day, how much Star Wars is too much Star Wars? The films quickly established that there is such a thing as too much Star Wars in film form. The TV universe, meanwhile, is currently expanding in a big way. Will we end up getting fatigue on that front as well? I imagine we probably will. Like, there's The Mandalorian, then this year we've got Boba Fett, then we're getting Ahsoka and the... what's it called? The Rangers of the New Republic. There's a lot of Star Wars TV on the way. We're going to get a lot of Star Wars there, and the films are going to be coming out, and we've got the books and novels. Yeah, it's going to be real busy real soon, Star Wars wise. And I'm a little concerned. But as a Star Wars fan, hey, more Star Wars. More to love, I suppose. And I think this new High Republic time period will open up new Star Wars stories and give writers and authors and creators a real opportunity to play around in the Star Wars universe in a way that they possibly couldn't before. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not. Do I just keep going around and eating things to upgrade my level? Because it says reach growth stage 10, but it doesn't explain how you do that. Right, so where's this grotto? So there are a bunch of quests I can be doing. There's a grotto. Oh no, that is increasing my XP. I think I'm gonna take on villains or enemies rather than like catfish and stuff. I can't just kill everything in sight. That makes more sense. So this is my grotto. This is meant to be like my home,
A
I
quiet
suppose.
space is the ideal stage for the shark to meditate and harness her pure potentiality.
Sure, why not? This game has just came out on PS Plus, which is why I'm playing it now. It came out last year, I want to say, and people who played it seemed to like it. A lot of the comments were about how it was very fun, and I can totally see why that is. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it to completion. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it beyond this stream here, but so far I'm kind of liking it. Oh no, that is increasing my XP. It's not a lot. I need to be taking out bigger targets, don't I? Let's see if I can take on this target now. Destroy the target. Bit extreme. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might be interested to know that I am thinking of changing the way in which I upload my streams to YouTube, because they haven't been performing too well there. So I'm thinking maybe start a new YouTube channel on the side that is just for video game content, where my streams would go, where all of the video game content that I make would go. So if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you think of that. It would of course mean that my primary YouTube channel is just for film and TV content, so reviews and the weekly stuff that I do. It would make it much more focused, and it might help me grab a target audience a bit more, I don't know. But of course it's a lot of work trying to set up a new YouTube channel and manage both at once. I am just one person. Oh no, he's at level 15. Can't take him on. What's that?
This protein supplement has 0 additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial colors or flavors.
Can I eat that? No. Almost there now. I have to say, one of the worst things about RPGs, not all of them, but some of them, is that there can be some grinding to it, and that is the very definition of grinding, having to level up before you can progress the game. I don't like that. Just let me progress with the game however I want. Reach growth stage 10, so I still haven't done that. Go back to the grotto it wants me to do. Fast travel.
The shark is now a team, and we should expect much angst, ennui, and poor decision-making.
Yes, I am a teen now. Great. Okie dokie. Making a Splash, episode 3. Third cave feminism. Find Dead Horse Lake Grotto. Complete Dead Horse Lake Revenge. Okay. Apparently I'm 24% through the story. Is that the entire story? Because I've only been playing this for what? 50 minutes? This mustn't be a very long game if that's it. Not that I complain, I quite like shorter games to be honest. I noticed the time of day is changing as well because it's getting darker here. That's cool. The lighting is really quite good looking. Let's avoid that for now. I'm still level 4. Yeah, this is going to be a long journey, I've just realised. What was that? Huh. There's another one there as well. It's a chest. Might regret this. Crap. Oh no, there's 2 of them. Where did the other one come from? Right, I'm out here. I know when I'm outmatched. Come on, guys. Nope, they're actually leaving me alone. Right, is there a way around? Right, so I need to be heading left, like right now. That can't be right. Right, maybe a little... right. Oh boy.
Okay, where are we going with the rest of the season?
Dunno.
The Cajuns that fish and trap here don't use depth finders or GPSs. They know this bayou by heart.
If you're one of my YouTube subscribers, you might be happy to know that this Saturday's content will be my review of The Mandalorian Season 2 at long last. I've managed to record it, it's out there. On Saturday it's 27 minutes long. So it's a long review. Because of course, Star Wars Mandalorian, I have things to say about it. And I'm heading completely the wrong direction.
Remember, when planning a cemetery, try to avoid high-risk coastal areas.
See, I've got my marker set to that, but it's not telling me where it is. What direction do I go? That is really annoying. Nope, heading the wrong way again, because... yeah, the game's starting to bug me a bit now, if you haven't noticed. Right, we're heading somewhere now. So the chest should be straight ahead pretty much. There's the alligators I want to avoid. It looks like it's right at the back end as well. So I'm not sure if avoiding the alligators is going to be possible. Oh, I think I've been seen.
From the moment she's born, the shark's cold, expressionless eyes are constantly on the watch for food.
On the way to my next objective, so why not? Outside of these streams, I'm still playing Cyberpunk 2077. It's a good game. It really is. It's a shame about all the bugs and the glitches. You can't ignore them. I think if you do try to overlook them, what you've got is a solid, good RPG shooter game. It's much more like Grand Theft Auto than I was expecting it to be, but that's not exactly a bad thing, because, you know, you're getting compared to Grand Theft Auto, one of the best franchises ever. Don't tell me I've got to go all the way through here, then all the way up there. Can I cut over through there? I'm gonna have to try that.
The sea wolf has detected vibrations in the water and is searching for their source.
Oh. Alright, so I can either go left, or I can try and cut over here.